All right, we're good to go.
This one is at 10 a.m. and then the one in Warrington is at 11 a.m. So maybe you want to try and see how many Memorial Day parades you can stack into your Monday. What do we do? Yeah, why not? Let me throw out some more at you. Thanks, Hank. How about Pottstown?
Yeah. Also, Media in Broomall, Delaware County.
Okay.
Kennett Square in Chester County. Glassboro in Gloucester County. And one at the Cape May Courthouse. That's going to be nice. And they all start at the same time, so you're going to have to pick and choose.
Well, those are all at 10, right? The ones we just named.
Yes, they're all at 10.
And then those other ones that Hank mentioned. 11,
But
9.
yes.
Did I ever tell you my Cape May County courthouse story? When I first moved here, I mean, this is 25 years ago. I think, well, I've never been to Cape May, so I'm driving down to Cape May.
On the way to Cape May. Yeah.
And I see a sign that says Cape May Courthouse. Story time. Cape May Court. Well, that must be Cape May. I'll just go to the courthouse. That's undoubtedly in this middle of the town called Cape May. I didn't realize it had its own name. There's a town named Cape May Courthouse.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, you did.
I did?
You just say yes,
Yes,
you did.
I did.
Yes, you did. No, I figured, well, this
And I've
must be
been
Cape May because there's the courthouse. No, it's a totally different town. All right.
We love that. So then did you end up going to Cape May or did you
That
stay
I
at Cape
learned.
May
No,
Courthouse?
I drove on to Cape May afterwards. Somebody said, listen, you doofus, this is our own town named Cape May Courthouse. So is there a courthouse in Cape May? I don't know. All right, here we go. 7:08. It keeps happening. Hit and runs. And there's going to be a balloon release held later today for a father, young father, struck and killed by a driver. This happened up in North Philadelphia.
And police, they are still searching for the driver. So Greg Payne is live with more on that search.
At the end of the day, it's always the same thing where you have family members that are truly impacted. And that's the case for Nafis Jenkins, who is the victim of this latest hit and run. And that's the reason why his family is hoping that someone will turn themselves in. But at the same time, you have law enforcement, they're trying to do their job as well, trying to track down this driver. Now, Philadelphia police say just after 1:40 Sunday morning, a white Honda was traveling down Lehigh Avenue in North Philadelphia at a high rate of speed when it hit the pedestrian just between 12th and 13th Streets. Now, police identified the pedestrian as 32-year-old Nafis Jenkins. They say at the time he was attempting to cross the street. Investigators say the impact threw Jenkins onto the vehicle and then into the street where he was pronounced dead minutes later.
Cape May does have a courthouse. You already knew that.
Does Cape May Courthouse have a courthouse?
Yeah.
Does it?
I think you can see it from the Garden State.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, good. Somebody confirmed.
There is a courthouse in
Right?
Cape May Courthouse?
If you're going north on the
Yeah, you
Garden
drive
State,
up.
you can see it on the right.
Yeah, it's on the right side.
Yeah.
Courthouse.
Would that depend on which way I was driving?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right. 7:10 now. Boy, what happened down in South Carolina?
So we know at this point that at least 11 people were shot. And this was in a South Carolina beach town. This was it happened around 9:30 last night at a boat dock in Little River, which is north of Myrtle Beach. Really, it's north of North Myrtle Beach, so it's even farther for actual Myrtle Beach because there's Myrtle Beach and then North Myrtle Beach and then Little River if you go up north. Just before the North Carolina border. Investigators say more people have gone to hospitals in private vehicles, and police say the shooting was an isolated incident and there's no longer a risk to the community. No word yet on a shooting suspect or suspects. Of course, this is Memorial Day weekend, so there are a lot more people in that area to go down and celebrate. There's also happens to be Black Bike Week, but that is also...
Sure.
If we're talking about Little River, I used to report the news in Myrtle Beach. So if we're talking about Little River, that's about 8 miles north of where the center of Black Bike Week is. So we don't want to say necessarily that it has to do with Black Bike Week, but that just is another thing that's happening during that same weekend, in addition to the increased number of tourists and people who come through there for that weekend.
It's a big motorcycle festival,
Yes,
right?
You have Harley Davidson week, and then you
Yeah.
have what's called Black Bike Week. But
All
it's
right.
still an ongoing investigation, so we'll have to see as we learn more. And it's yesterday marked 5 years since the murder of George Floyd.
Yeah, and members of the Floyd family gathered in his hometown of Houston yesterday, saying they will continue to fight for police reform in his memory. George Floyd died, it was May 25th, 2020, when a bystander recorded Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, kneeling on his neck for nearly 9.5 minutes. George Floyd's death less than 3 months into the COVID pandemic, remember that? And set off a wave of protest across really the world, calling for police reform and racial justice.
This one's 21 seconds.
Isn't this also we mark Uvalde too?
I believe
Is that-
so.
Chauvin and 3 other police officers were all convicted of George Floyd's murder on state and federal charges. And you can join us as we take a look back at what has and has not changed since that day in Minneapolis. You can stream this. It's called After George Floyd on Fox Local, the app, and you know how to get the app at this point.
7:13, honoring a hockey player who's taken too soon. Team USA remembered Johnny Gaudreau in their first International Ice Hockey Federation's Men's World Championship win.
Bill, tell us more.
So it was the first time in 92 years that Team USA won the tournament, and they made sure to celebrate.
Drops it back, picked up by Shea. Up for Cooley, and to Thompson. Tage Thompson with Logan Cooley. Thompson in, shoots, scores! Tage Thompson, golden goal! And the United States has won the World Hockey Championship.
And the crowd goes wild, right? The team won with Tage.
Where'd that take place?
Overtime goal. The Phoenix was within 1-0. But when the team went to collect the trophy, they displayed a number 13 home white jersey of Johnny Gaudreau, paying tribute to the New Jersey native that was killed on August 29th last year when he and his brother Matthew were riding their bikes and hit by an alleged drunk driver. USA Hockey also posted to X saying that Johnny and Matthew are forever with us on the ice and off the road.
Stockholm.
This one was the 13th and one. You see the emotion and the desire to go out there and show that support to the Gaudreau family. Pete Gaudreau, Johnny and Matthew's father, is set to throw out the first pitch of the early game this week ahead of the Gaudreau family 5K. The inaugural Gaudreau family 5K run and walk is set for Saturday at Washington Lake Park in Sewell, New Jersey to help commemorate it. And as I said, he will throw out that pitch ahead of tomorrow night's game against the Braves. All proceeds from the 5K will go toward the construction of an adaptive playground for the Archbishop Damiano School in Westville. Guy, it was an opportunity, it was an opportunity to celebrate that win. It was a huge win.
Yeah. Quite a win it was. First time in 92 years that the USA won.
I think it's special, even that big moment. They still
Yeah.
wanted to pay tribute.
Exactly. That took place in Stockholm, Sweden, as a matter of fact, against the Swiss. It's 7:15. Here's Phil.
All right, this is the day we've been waiting for weather-wise throughout the holiday weekend. It's gotten a tiny bit warmer each day. So this is the PEAK, peak of the weekend.
It's interesting.
Beautiful holiday
Yeah, I don't know.
weather today. The next chance of rain will
Is it
be
even
on
confirmed
Wednesday.
it was
And in
weather?
case you didn't
Yeah,
realize,
that's right.
May is
NBC
almost
News,
over.
other people
June,
reporting it, not even
Monday
mention
into
Black Friday.
Sunday. So we see rain down to our south, but the good news is that rain is expected to stay there. We'll probably see some clouds around say the Delaware beaches and in Sussex County. But other than that, it should be a dry day. We got into the 70s today. We have a dry morning tomorrow for back to reality. The temps mostly in the 50s, some 40s, and then in the afternoon it starts to get cloudy, but it will probably rain closer to midnight for most of us. And then Wednesday, just write that one off as a rainy day with half an inch to an inch of rain.
The Little River is
said and done. So temperatures, now that the sun rose so early, they're starting to rise a little more out of the 40s, except for the Pocono Mountains, and into the 50s.
Where do they have the bike fest?
Eventually making it into the 70s. So remember Wednesday, Thursday, when we never got out of the 50s, it was raining the whole time. At least the sun came out on Friday, but it stayed pretty cool on Friday and Saturday. 75 should be our high today, and mid-70s again tomorrow. Phillies are back in town.
It's 9 miles north.
Braves, that one is fine. We'll have to see about the game on Wednesday, because it is supposed to rain. Thursday, some showers possible in the morning, and looks pretty good heading into the holiday weekend. And for those who just joined it and missed it last hour, do not forget to wear that sunscreen. I mean, it just should be part of your ritual when you go to the beach. Although we're not predicting the best beach day, temperatures in the 60s, even with that sunshine all day long. Drew?
I love all the exclamation points. That sun scream right there. 8 exclamation points to slather that sucker on. All right, let's get you up to date on what's happening in Newcastle County right now. 15 minutes ago, we were talking about how 3 lanes were blocked right by the Newcastle Airport and the Delaware Memorial Bridge on 95 North, so right before the city of Wilmington. But at this point, the police have left. They've reopened all the lanes, and there's only a little bit of a backup. So conditions have really improved this morning, and the main reason for that is there's a lot fewer cars on the roads, so things are looking a lot better in Newcastle County on 95 for folks headed up from the beach toward Wilmington and Philadelphia. The Route 42 we go in Camden County. We got some different parades happening across our region. You heard some from Mike and Alex a little bit ago. We also have in Millville at 9 a.m. and also another one in Vineland at 9 a.m. to commemorate Memorial Day, and at 9:30 in Burlington County in the city of Burlington. To Coatesville we go, and don't forget the Devin Bush Show is still happening these days. So that's up in Chester County, and look how quiet the roads are across our region. That is the Check of the Roads this morning, Mike and Alex.
By the way, Nicole's watching you right now. She's one of our viewers.
Hey, Nicole.
They're also grilling at 7 o'clock in the morning.
You got to get started early.
Yeah.
It's a nice setup, and it's a nice grill.
And I'm gonna
Blackstone.
What you cooking? What's for breakfast?
Well, once it hits the screen, I'll be able to tell, but it looks like burgers.
It does not. It looks like bacon. Bacon and sausages.
No, yeah, I didn't zoom in. Oh yeah, well that's appropriate. It's breakfast.
Exactly.
But look at that, the TV's hooked to the side of the house.
I like this setup.
Yeah, nicely done. All right, thank you for watching, Nicole. 7:19.
The Eagles can't only score big on the field, they can score on the court too. They went on a field trip to the Palestra, and they were balling. Check out the free throw competition. Is it playing horse?
This is like free throw competition. But they one of the laughing whites. What do they call themselves? Happy whites.
Exciting whites.
Exciting whites. Saquon gave him an alley-oop and he dunked. How about that?
Oh yeah.
So that I saw Cam Jerkins won the whole darn thing. The team also participated in that knockout competition, which is always fun.
Is Jalen there? I thought I saw him. I'm surprised they're allowed to play basketball.
No, it's risky. Cooper DeJean took the win for that one. Then the Birds took on an alley-oop contest. Here we go.
Oh,
Close.
Oh!
Who's that? It's Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, that's Cooper DeJean with a giant.
Okay, Cooper DeJean. Let's say Coop.
Well, let the Sixers know.
Right? I just get nervous seeing them
Jump around like that.
I mean, they were balling out. Oh my gosh. Looks
Yeah.
like they had a good time.
Oh, that's fun. Had I known, I would have gone.
Well,
To watch them. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I didn't see anybody in the stands. But Mike can get in anywhere. If anybody can get into a private little session.
You should have seen me at the Barry Manilow concert.
Were you on
making
stage?
my moves. No.
Oh, okay. I'm saying, if you were on stage, were you playing the piano?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Could this be, not this, that, when we may see standing seats in the air?
Really?
Yeah, you can cram a
I
lot
mean,
more
if it's
people
cheap
in.
enough and short enough, I might do it.
I might stand all the way to Australia.
Yeah.
Let's go back to, we're still in Ocean City, right? Yeah, with Jen. There's Jen.
Are all about the weighted vest. Weighted vest is going to be the walk.
Look at her walking.
accessory of the season.
You know, I tried a weighted vest.
Tell them. You're going to see.
Is this a tease?
Very well.
Jackie wants to know, Mike, are you still cranky at 4 a.m.?
At 4 a.m.? You damn right I'm cranky.
4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m.?
I'm cranky right now.
7:22 a.m.? All the a.m. stop.
All the AM.
Until what, 11 a.m. when he done.
But then I get cranky again
With the
at
shows.
noon.
I was gonna say, that's just with the on TV stuff. Then there's the cranky behind the scenes when we're planning and getting things together for the next day.
I am very cranky today.
Well, today?
I'm cranky because I ordered it.
Starbucks order came.
Yes.
I ordered a
That was
venti
understandable. Oh,
cappuccino.
here we go.
Venti cappuccino. Look at the size of this. Here's my hand. I've never. The only cups this size are for dogs. Yes, it's the dog
That's the, yeah, the
whipped cream cup.
puff cup.
Or the child's cup.
Well, I don't think they have child's cups. These are really for dogs.
Oh, it says that on there?
Well, they do have a thing you can say, I want a whipped cream cup.
A pup cup?
Well, wait a minute. If you said they're for dogs, did something happen? Did you know someone at the Starbucks? Is this their way of getting back, letting you know you're a dog?
Says here, it says cappuccino SH, which I don't. SH cappuccino. Non-fat.
Shorty?
I guess short, but I didn't know that anything came this short.
Shorty.
First, it was all foam. You ever feed a dog whipped cream out of one of these cups? Alex? She doesn't listen.
Have I ever what?
There you go.
She's. What do you suppose she's even looking at?
Instagram.
It's the end of the world. It truly is the end of the world. You can't tell what's AI and what's not anymore.
I know.
How about Google with that
Yeah, that. Oh,
Veo
gosh. Yeah, with the guy on the ship.
3?
Unbelievable. 3, 2, stand by.
Now, I sent this particular story to one of our producers about a week and a half ago. And I go, is this a lie? Is this a joke? And she thought it was, but it keeps cropping up.
Standing only seats on airplanes. Standing only seats on airplanes. They could be making their way to low-cost airlines next year.
Well, there it is, known as the Skyrider 2.0. The new seat design, which is shaped like a saddle, has met, well, apparently it's passed safety evaluations. Airlines say the new design could potentially boost aircraft capacity by up to 20%. Well, it makes sense. Airlines believe setup will make air travel more budget friendly, particularly for short trips. Well, it'd have to be under 2 hours. And while no airlines have confirmed their plans to invest in this crazy idea, apparently some budget Spanish and Eastern European airlines have shown interest, but no takers yet.
There is a video, folks, that shows humans in it, so you can see how it works. There's lots of videos on
No,
that.
I've seen
Sorry.
plenty of those.
So, because our director's asking, well, where are the seat belts? And
They come down over you like, you know.
like a roller coaster ride, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I still think it's bogus.
you still think so? Or I think maybe they just said, "Hey, we'll allow it, but who's going to actually do it?" I don't
Nobody.
know. Here we go. Maybe like that. I think this is.
Yeah, the straps come down like a roller coaster ride.
So picture that. But
Yeah.
listen, if that ticket is cheap enough, I might consider it.
Yeah, if it's hour and a half flight.
Yeah, I'm not doing it, long term or like going across the country. But if
Yeah.
I need to quickly go somewhere,
It's probably not going to happen. It was a big weekend at the box office. Not,
they're going to tape this and they're going to show it years from now when everybody's, flying standing up.
I'll be gone by then.
Stop it.
So I figured the Tom Cruise movie, Mission Impossible, was going to beat that Lilo and Stitch. No way, it was the other way around. How about that? But by how much? I'll tell you when we come back.
All right, it's 2:05.
Love her.
She's really tall.
Everybody's, people in their stupid comments. She's not doing anything sexual.
Who's making comments?
Oh, I saw comments.
I don't think she is.
No, she doesn't do anything sexual.
Well,
I mean, she's just jerking around. Oh, you were in my dream last night. I'm having a
do we want to
horrible
tell this
dream.
with the people?
All right. Well, no. 'Cause
I was gonna say that's what
you were dating a guy.
Oh,
It's
well, we know that's
that's
more like a nightmare.
certainly a fantasy. All right. We are stolen.
Yes, that's what I said. Do you
Yeah.
want to tell this now? I be trying to help you out.
I know. I keep forgetting.
1 minute.
Keep it real. No,
Someone
so
said it's his hormones. That's why he's cranky. Oh gosh.
how do you make a hormone? Don't pay her.
Mike, we apologize if there are any kids
This is-
watching on this.
This is not regulated.
Jackie says, "Do you and Mike have any plans?"
Yeah, my plan is to go home. That's my
Went
plan.
right over my head at first.
Yeah, and so I go back to my apartment. No, we're in another city, but you're dating somebody.
8, 7,
And
6.
Are you
Five.
sure? I thought we were going to take.
well, it's not that big. It's just a dream. It wasn't true.
Yeah, but that's how.
So did you already fire up that grill? Yeah. We're going to learn firsthand how you can actually cook on a grill mac and cheese. Now, how do you do that? How could you cook mac and cheese on a grill?
I thought also, are we doing sweet potatoes? I thought I saw smoked sweet potatoes or something like that.
Oh, are we? But here's
I
the
think.
here's the headline. He's going to make a burger patty out of camel meat. Camel.
It's going to be hard for me to get over that hump, but we'll see.
We're turning today into hump day. Here's Subi.
Well, yeah, got to get over that, and I guess
That hump.
tomorrow will really be kind of more like a Monday than today is when we're all getting back to reality. But we thank you
Is
for
it a doily?
spending Memorial Day morning with us. Let's see what we've got as we go outside and look at downtown Westchester. The sky is blue. It's hardly a cloud in the sky.
Yeah, there's nothing
And
there yet.
it's a great start to the day. Great start to what
Let's go.
will be the mildest day of the holiday weekend, but it's still not going to be hot or anything. There's Cape May, and the temperature there is 55 degrees. Looking good on this holiday morning. So
I'm gonna have to order more
today, with
coffee.
Temperatures kind of where they're
Please do.
supposed to
Look
be
at
this
this.
time of year. Is it 10
There's
out
free
of 10?
coffee upstairs.
56
Oh,
degrees
it's
here
the
in
worst.
Philadelphia. This is our neighborhood where the country began. It's a
How do you
Mold.
know?
kind of morning, and it'll be a sweatshirt kind of evening.
Wait, that's where I get
So
my
Bus
hot water.
Company wants to make sure
Disgusting.
you're ready for
That's where I
that.
get my hot
You
water.
probably already have the sweatshirts.
Oh,
ready
no
because
wonder
it's
you're
on the
sick
cool
all the time.
side all
How do you know
weekend
it's filled
long.
with mold?
The rain is going to stay to our south. The
why
temperature,
don't they clean
South
it?
New Jersey 57, 55 Morristown.
Is somebody open
There's
inside? Somebody
Westchester's
works on it?
temperature 54, and Newark, Delaware is at 57.
You know, we could take the initiative and clean it
So it's getting a
ourselves.
little bit milder as we go through because we had such an early sunrise.
Oh, whose
So
equipment
here's
is
your
it?
holiday forecast once again.
So did we
Oh.
tell the guy
It's the
that
mean-
he's
the
got-
machine.
Dry and seasonable with a high of 75
He says
degrees.
he
We'll
did.
talk
So
about
then
some
how do we
weather
get it
changes
clean?
in the 7-day forecast.
That's
Minutes.
crazy.
God, we're not doing this parade again, are we?
All right, soon we'll
Yes,
be ready
yes,
for
we are.
that. It's coming up down the pike. All right, let's get you started.
He's only
on
saying that,
Boulevard this morning. Oh,
because
right
it's not
on
an
the second.
activity.
I gotta put
Of
these
course he
on.
feels like a crazy
No,
person.
I've nothing to
Sunburst shades. The
oppose
visors
to
are down, the shades are out this morning with all that sunshine that's out there. To 76 we
Give this
go.
man some
Here's
coffee,
folks
John.
leaving and coming into the city. It is
There's got to be something we can talk about.
When do we ever see 76 look this quiet? There's not even a car on the road. I see some right down there. Wow. How about that one this morning? The Vine Street Expressway, nice and quiet as well. Just a few cars here and there. I can start using my fingers to count the amount of cars. Same goes here on the Ben Franklin Bridge. There are no big issues at this point. Right now, it's looking good on 95. It's just north of Center City. You can see some of the Center City skyline right there in the background. It's by the Betsy Ross Bridge. Let's go farther south of the link. Things quiet there. Those will be back
Hot
in town
flash.
beginning tomorrow evening.
Every day
And they have
at this
paid
time.
right for the rest of the work week each evening. And things are fine now in Newcastle County. There was a backup there about half an hour ago,
Are
but
we
everything
still-
is clear and traffic is
Couldn't
quiet.
talk
Just
this long
because
about
there's
no
so few
traffic.
cars on the road. But this is all
Are we
in
still
today's
on?
shades. That is Check the Roads, Mike and
7:32.
Alex. It's all yours.
Secret Service called. They want you back.
I was going for David Caruso. Remember CSI?
Oh,
Miami?
God,
He'd always-
yes.
He'd have some one-liner and
Yeah.
he'd say, I guess that's a dead body.
It's, yeah, I miss that guy.
Yeah, I know. I miss that show. The reruns still live
Yeah,
on TV.
yeah, he would always have his glasses.
I used to watch CSI religiously and CSI Miami.
I did. Why don't we? A lot of people just joined us. They get up at 7 o'clock, whatever. So let's go through the list of parades that we know about. What's the one about Percocet or what you mentioned? You just told me. You leaned over and said there's
Absecon?
Absecon. That's it.
Yes,
They-
that's
they
one of
start
our viewers on the
at
YouTube stream
9?
told us that. Yes.
9 o'clock. Well, I do know where the oldest one in our area is.
Doylestown.
That's where Hank is.
Just a little bit proud of me, that they're a whole lot proud right now. As you look over here, the flagpole up. We are
We can leave it.
Okay. So how long do you
I think we should go till 10, 10:30, 11. I'm gonna stay here till noon and just visit with the people. Now I gotta go. I gotta pee, so I'm gonna go.
Here's something else.
Perfect.